know what to craft now. Yeah, this is a really fun deck. I think this deck has the highest skill ceiling of them all. I don't know if I'm ready to say that yet, but it's a very fun big brain deck. I'd happily recommend it for anyone looking for something like this. Or if you're just looking for a way to use either Twisted Fate or Lee Sin, this is, I would say, the best Twisted Fate deck and at least one of the best Lee Sin decks. Slotbot. You know, the funniest thing about Slotbot is it can roll itself to 0 health and then just die. Like, Slotbot is really funny, but we can't actually put that card in our deck, guys. Like, we really cannot, trust me. Yeah, this looks good. I'll keep Dreadway. I'm happy kicking Twisted Fate. You really just want your early plays. It's this card. This is the power card. Nothing else matters. As long as I have like one of the Eye of the Dragons early, I can't get rushed down. This card single-handedly makes me like so fine against aggro. Are you sure about the 0 health thing? I haven't seen that yet. No, probably not. I'm just spreading misinformation. I think it's funny, but that's what someone told me, but they're probably wrong, so it probably can't happen. If you've actually been playing Slotbot. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to play Eye early before you go into more spell mana. Because, like, you can't play Eye when you have 3 spell mana. So it's like, playing this card earlier actually matters in a very weird way. Because, like, this is a deck that will likely go to big spell mana. Like, when I get double Eye of the Dragon, I wouldn't have been able to play the second Eye if I went into any amount of non-spell mana Eye. And you could run some more spells. Like, there's some more of the Lee Sin package that we do maybe want to be in here for sure. I'm very down for something like that. Double draw at 4+3, I think is good. If we double draw with Eye of the Dragon here, we're going to be taking the spell when we are on defense, which means we will be taking the salamanders in 2 turns from now when we're on offense again. And that's necessary because he's elusive, so salamanders are useless on defense. So we have to go for the pool shark now, hit a spell on either draw, so that we can double spell into the salamanders 2 turns from now on offense. Got it. Okay. This fucking deck, dude. Holy shit. Alas, we actually, the double draw didn't get us anywhere. And we hit like the most awkward card off of Pool Shark. The Deny. That's really unfortunate, man. Can I just cut Deny out of this deck, maybe? Deny just kind of sucks, right? It's like, Deny just fucked us over, man. So hard there. Meditation RNG. I don't know. I could have gone for a meditation there. I think I'll just get more value out of it later. There's no pressing need to play meditation right now. So he'll re-attack with his other things. I might just tank it. Wow, he's not even letting it die. Interesting. Wow. So we want to play the Twisted Fate red and beat a Deny. Passive. We need 2 spells. Doubling up. I mean, we're gonna take some actual damage here. Pool Shark Omega lol. Listen, Pool Shark, look, I might want to cut down on ratios, and the card is bad sometimes, but it's not a bad card. It's not a bad card, okay? I mean, it sucks sometimes. It's only bad sometimes. I think I need to play 2 spells. It's too important to play 2 spells, so I think I can't use Palm this early. I don't know. It's very strange. Let's do this. Keep running, King. I'm happy to take some damage here. Getting the salamanders on defense is actually decent now because of his card. There's gotta be some like better, cheaper spells. Cause yeah, like our hand is like so thirsty for the second spell here. Yeah, the ratios are just like I need proactive spells. That's the problem, and there's only a few of those in the game. That's like, for reference, the Lee Sin Vi deck, stuff like double mushrooms off of Chump Wump just makes his hand like this so nuts with Lee Sin Vi. I mean, Twisted Fate kind of wants to come down later. I think I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy playing this slowly. I mean, we can play Salamander on defense. I think red card's actually just okay here. you can play Deep Meditation at 4. I actually don't think it would have been good here though. There's some situations where like you get the guaranteed double trigger and you have no other potential value. Yeah, you would definitely play the Meditation at 4. I think this is fine though. Like I do want to get odds for Twisting Fate leveling up. I do want to make sure I'm getting like maximum chain possible. Like I don't want to use a spell on a turn where I might not be able to chain it to another spell. It's kind of the most important thing. Gold to kill the scout instead. As soon as the ranger dies, we are gonna have to deal with his card anyway. That being said, I mean the standalone scout is a little awkward. God fucking damn it, it's my deck. What an asshole! He's running Ghost. Oh, we lost. I mean, we can't beat a Ghost here. There's no way. I have to Concussive Palm here and just kind of hope we're good. So we're low on board space for the Salamanders. We're getting 2 Salamanders next turn with Lifesteal, which means we need to sacrifice both of these. We have Key Guardian. This is fleeting from the Shark. We can take the Key Guardian now on the deckhand because the Claws is coming out this turn, which means we want the barrier. I mean, we could have blocked with this to this, but the problem is we're trying to make room on the board, right? And that could be like a very, very significant limiter. I think this is okay though. Can we? Twisted Fate is gonna go up to 4. Pull Shark was last turn. 5, 6, 7. So pick. God, am I actually using pick a card here? Jesus, that's so crazy. Am I actually using pick a card just to level up Twisted Fate? It's like, this is such a terrible turn to pick a card. You really want to bank spell mana when you're using pick a card. You really, really want to. I think I have to believe that Twisted Fate will level up without pick a card. So we go next turn. Both of the eyes are active. So we're getting 2 Lifesteal Salamanders. Our board will fill up. We're going to use Deep Meditation at 2 mana here. If we play a second spell, it'd be better before an attack. So yeah, Twisted Fate will probably just be leveling up next turn unless we draw something here. Like, you know, Deep Meditation can't draw itself though. So we've got 3 pick a cards. Twisted Fate will take the level next turn. We've got the Claws of the Dragon coming in, but we need to attack first to free up the board space for it. He actually has like a decent block on our 3-2. We kind of want infinite chumpers. The question is our 3-2 too much board space? And it is. We actually don't have enough room for this other 3-2. So we attack with it just to throw it away. We need to get like the 2 Salamanders every turn. These like free infinite lifesteal chump blockers are very insane, by the way. Very, very, very insane. So we've got pick a card into pick a card. His deck shouldn't really be running most forms of removal. So our board is free up on space now, because the ephemeral units are dead. Now we can choose Twisted Fate's pick a card, or we can choose pick a card. And the difference is, do we want another Twisted Fate on a deck? And the answer is no, because his deck shouldn't have removal. So you should use the normal pick a card to shuffle back the Twisted Fate pick a card. And then we're gonna draw enough for Twisted Fate to level up. However, we're actually overflowing on mana here. Am I using this pick a card too? This is only costing 1 mana. Is that insane? That has to be insane. We're not ending the game next turn. Okay, so now we're only getting 1 Salamander because the Tail of the Dragon. There was almost a consideration to shuffle back Claws, but it's just not worth it. We're only getting 1 Salamander because the Tail of the Dragon didn't get blocked. That's why I was okay attacking with it, because I was okay with him blocking it. So we have to settle for 1 Salamander here. We have full mana with all the pick a card draws. So we're up to a 7 card hand. And now we've basically got all these infinite blockers. So we've got the Destiny cards they're kind of at like slow speed, right?
not pity winter.
So we've got Deny Will, which is a pretty good safety combo. We want to sacrifice something that's going to be lower value on average. We're just going to trade down our entire board. So we'll take the Will here. The Will here is counterable. The second card is the red card. The third card is yellow. If yellow resolves before Will, it'll overlap with the Will and stun it. And yellow, and the card always comes down after the Will is submitted. So there's no way to make yellow resolve after Will. It's actually impossible. Which means we have to just do it like this, I think. We'll use the lifesteal to block the shadow, because unlike Zed, it doesn't have quick attack, so we can get the 2 life from this one. And we still have ways of being able to activate our other cards later this turn. We can still activate the other cards later this turn. We want to make sure we get the yellow card. We're always going to go for yellow. So we take the lifesteal. We're getting 2 more salamanders, so it's important we have the board space for it. We want to get full card value. Take 1 barrier on the Shadow Assassin. The one that's fleeting, because the Shadow Assassin is the one that we're going to be playing to get the yellow card to kill the Zed. We're going to have to forego one of our salamanders. I don't know, Eye of the Dragon is like, it's so good. I don't even care if I'm like skipping one salamander sometimes. It doesn't even matter. It's like this card is just making it impossible for me to die. This card just like keeps me alive. So I've casted my 2 spells, and now I've played my 3 cards, and now we have just the right amount to go into next turn after using my fleeting pick a card on my fleeting pool shark. So next turn we will also draw 3, and we weren't getting those back anyway. So now it's our turn to attack, and if we red card pre-attack, we eliminate blockers. However, without the ability to play Keg, our Twisted Fate can't kill the Zed as a blocker. And you can't open attack with the Twisted Fate cards. Open attack will get, I think, devalued here. You can play Shenli, and he will be leveled, but you won't get all the cards. And you won't be able to really get use out of his card. It's a little vulnerable to Will, which is in his range. I think it's best to open attack here. Feels a little better, just because Grizzled Ranger drops the thing when it dies. I don't know, he's only at 11, and we've got ways of being able to pepper him down. We've also got to worry about decking ourselves out. But because pick a card shuffles more Twisted Fates back into our deck, it's going to be harder to fully deck out. And we can usually kill Maokai before Maokai can flip. So that's not a worry against us either. So he's got Spirit's Refuge. He's got Spirit's Refuge. And the other barrier without lifesteal. So now we take Palm with backup Deny into the lifesteal one that's threatening our Twisted Fate. We won't get the card from this. We won't get the Tail of the Dragon, but that doesn't matter. So he goes in for the Deny now. We will get the red card on the stack if he takes the Deny now. You can take the very like high commitment double play. It's a red card, but there's no like, it feels like there's no good option there. You can like the red card might just be like the better play, but we have the red either way. It's like if he can deny the first one, then I feel a lot more vulnerable. So now, because we've killed 2 units, we can now play Dreadway Deckhand to summon the red card while summoning a powder keg for it. This will kill his Zed. and deal 2 to his Nexus, and free up the board slot for one of our 2 Salamitters next turn. And then we want to kill his card with our Key Guardian on... It doesn't matter. To yellow card and kill the Badger Bear. This is a fucking deck, dude! I love it! Holy shit. Yeah, the Lee Sin, it didn't matter. It was like a misclick, but... I mean, the game is over here. Like, if you guys are gonna flame me for that after this game, like... Come on, man. Dude, this is so cool. I'll just... Yeah. I thought I would like Maokai more, but this is actually great. I can make this better, too. I can refine this. So... It's the easiest ephemeral block of our career. You really, unironically, I'm not joking when I say this, you have to worry about decking out with this deck. You have to watch your cards left in your deck, and actually, sometimes you will be drawing too much in deck out, I think. So, be